Sorry about that, folks. I was having a little bit of a problem with the camera. So we're going to get back to some of the features that this computer offers. So you do also get a USB-C 3.1 first generation connector. About a year ago, I did buy a hub for it, but that hub only works as a USB 2.0, so you're not really noticing much speed difference. A lot of Lenovo laptops offer that C-type connector, but majority of them use a Thunder port. And overall, unfortunately, you also get a CD-ROM drive with it. Believe it or not, for 2018, a lot of them don't even have a slot on there for. So this computer is obviously out of warranty. I only got with a year warranty. So we're going to look at the product information here. So let's take a look at machine info. So this is a AMD A12 9720p processor, and this is the type of memory is DDR4 1866 Windows 10 Home 64-bit. So apparently this has a terabyte hard drive in here, but it doesn't really seem like it with all the stuff I have stored on this machine. So this machine, if you really wanted to, you could expand the RAM up to 16 gigs of DDR4 memory. And it will be a little bit pricey, but for just having 8 gigs, I haven't really had a need to upgrade the system. It's got plenty of performance. So you get one optical drive. Actually, the only other thing I would kind of knock against is the camera. So if you're live streaming or you're doing a video call or you're filming yourself with that camera, for being a 2018 laptop, it's only a 3 megapixel camera with a single mic. Or a lot of them are like 8 megapixels, depending on what you're buying. Webcams didn't start coming in or built into the computer until probably 2011. That's when I first started integrating that option. Prior to that, everybody had webcams like I'm using here for live streaming. So as far as the graphics, it's just integrated. Graphics is not dedicated. So we're going to also talk about some of the information on this machine. Well, Lenovo really has an interesting system here for doing diagnostics and okay, that's just warranty. So let's say that you sent your computer in for repair. So what they do is they give you like a ticket number, and then you're checking on the status. I don't have a status number to actually demonstrate this part, but there is a lot of good functionality with the site when it comes to, because you can also go to the knowledge base. So if something's not quite working correctly, you can get a lot of how-to on how to repair. And there's times I wanted to know about something, so I went and read. And I actually learned quite a bit of stuff about this computer in itself. You can also troubleshoot and diagnostic. So do a simple scan just to show you what it does. I think even in this stream, I will pop the back cover off and let y'all take a look. Well, we're not going to get too far into that because it may end this stream, so we don't want that. So if you're looking for drivers and stuff, you can do oh, that's right, I have to log into the account to do that. So go to Product Home. So this is a 320-15 APR laptop Ideapad type 80XS. So, and the serial number for this computer is PF0YSE60. So this is some of the informational stuff you can get for this computer. So we're going to get out of here, and we will. I've had over about 30 pages open on this computer, and it didn't even slow down. Unfortunately, this computer does not have the capability of hyper-threading. So if you plan on running virtual machines, this is not the computer for you. I think we're going to demonstrate rigs of rod just to kind of show you what you can all do. This is some. If you've ever watched UXW Bill, you can. He's got videos about rigs of rod, and he really makes it look fun. So I kind of thought we'd give you a special treat. So this is the fourth single player. Now, just to give you a disclaimer, some of the stuff on here may not work as well as it should. Alright, I think when I was doing this the other day, I was able to make, for not having a decent or major graphics on here. So here you can pick out whatever you want. Let's pick a Toyota pickup. Now the funny thing is you can't reverse, but you can. So just to kind of give you an idea. These are a little slow at times, but just to kind of give you an idea, you can. This is some of the repulsive stuff that you can do inside of rigs of rod. As UXW Bill would say, you get a real laugh out of this. But now, if you try to play like Farming Sim 2019 on here with a whole bunch of mods, this computer probably overheat and exceed its safety, heat beyond its capacity and it'll shut itself off. But this is just a demonstration of the limits that you can push with the graphics, because we will also open first. You gotta go Control Delete, go to Task Manager, just to kind of give you an idea of what speeds are. Go to Performance. So the CPU is a 2.4. Okay, on 2.7, or base speed is 2.7 gigahertz. So this is, the CPU is AMD 9720 Radeon R7 12. So if I put it in full screen, so this is a 4-core to 8. This is a 4-core processor. So this game right now, this is where it's pegged out at. So memory-wise, it's pegged out at 7.4 gigs out of 8. And yet, when you're moving stuff around, it's not very sluggish. So that's a good thing. And a disk activity right now, it is not a solid state. It's just a regular mechanical drive, and it's Wi-Fi right now. It's a Quantum Athros QCA 9377 wireless network adapter. This is a high-speed Wi-Fi certified laptop, as I claim, and actually it's quite true, because you can do send a lot of big files across the network. So if you got like a router that's good for 3200 megabytes, or like a 10 gig router, and you're like running virtual machines having 4 gig ISO files back and forth, this thing will not slow down. And last but not least, we're going to talk about the GPU, or look at the GPU. So, and this is with all the web browsers and stuff open, and it's still handling itself quite well. So 3D is about 18%. It's not the worst. So this is AMD Radeon R7 graphics. It's not the worst, but it could be better, but I'm not complaining. And then the copy status is only 4%. So this also makes a good, it's basically a multimedia laptop is what I'm trying to say. And even for like web browsing, we'll pull up. The only time that this thing kind of slows down is if there's a virus or something. So we're going to go ahead and go to my channel here. And we will go ahead and look at an older video. We'll look at this one just to kind of get an idea of how well it handles itself. It does lag a little bit before it gets to a full screen. Hello everybody, this is Tom Limited here today, and what happened was the first video I was working on, I somehow encrypted the SD chip. I'm not very happy about it, and I'm, for a later day, I'll figure out how to unencrypt it. But for right now, the main topic of this video today is the HP 6560B business laptop, roughly around the 2012 era. So let's get down to the meat and potatoes of this. Okay, got this bronze finish. What's nice about it is just to kind of give you an idea of. So we're gonna play with the external speakers, have the volume cranked all the way up. These laptops are kind of built for military grade applications. So that's what these speakers are. They don't sound like a tin can. Videos aren't as good, but if you play music on here, it'll play very decently. We got two speaker cones. And we'll tip the computer up just to kind of give you an idea of. So we got two stereo speakers here and there. Exceptionally, they're not bad. So we can't really complain. And as far as the computer goes, we will kind of give you a demonstration of how well it. When you load programs, they don't load too badly. So that did not take very long for Word to come up. So we'll also demonstrate the keyboard. So one nice feature about this computer is Caps Lock has a lit LED that comes on when you turn it on. And on the screen it also shows you, so it's in lowercase, it's in uppercase. So, and then same for Numlock. Numlock, you have the same option, which has lights on there. So that's, I have to say, I like those features. It's one of my favorite things. Kind of tells you what. We're not going to save. We're not going to say that. That's just a test run. So you got the FN key. So basically, if you press FN, F1, it brings up the help center. I don't know why that's all in Chinese. So if you don't press FN and you just press the button, you can mute your content, and these buttons over here are for the volume, so you can turn the volume up and down without having to click on the speaker cone in the corner. And here, up in the corner, it shows you that you're turning it up and down. So that is a nice feature. Here is you can turn your microphone on and off. And this is the F5 is the reset key, or refresh rather, so you can refresh. So I'll go in here in the document section, and I'll show you main. So all laptops have that, even desktop computers use the F5 as the refresh key. And you can also turn the trackpad on and off, so it's on so you can click on stuff, move it around. What's also nice is if you don't feel like tapping hard enough on something, you can just lightly tap and it still works the same way. So this is one of the programs I use for doing live meetings with people. You can also play with this as guests. So just to kind of give you an idea, the video quality is not the same because it's just kind of laggy, but it does work and it does serve the purpose. So we're going to get out of here. And we're going to go back into File. We'll go into Video. Okay, maybe I put it in the wrong place here. Yes, I did. Just to kind of give you an idea, that's in the 140 pixel range. Hello everybody, this is Unlimited here. This is a test of the built-in camera on this computer. This is the lowest resolution possible. I look like I'm using a Windows 98 style webcam. You just move stuff across it. It doesn't seem to focus very well. But it's just very, for a 2017 laptop, or 2018, you would think that the video quality would be a little bit nicer, but you get what you pay for. So that's that. So this will be the next one up. Okay, we are at 240 frame rate per second. Well, the last one was at 120 and at 50 hertz. And we're still at 50 hertz here. But this is the 240. Video quality is, I would say, compared to a Windows Vista laptop in 2006, 2007, or a 2 megapixel camera. Doesn't matter what. This will be going into a video at some point in time. When we get around to doing the product, doing this machine. This is the highest frame rate available. We're still in 50 hertz. We'll do a test with it on auto just to see how well it conducts itself. This video quality is still not actually very acceptable in my opinion, but it is what it is. Alright, so we just have one more clip to look at. Okay, we're in the auto frame rate mode right now. And the video quality, it's only like a 2.2 megapixel camera. It's on this computer, so well, that'll be it for now. So just to kind of give you an idea of what the camera is like, but you can't really dwell on the whole fact about the camera, because you can buy external webcams for this, and it'll work just fine. So over here, you have airplane mode. So you press that, you turn off all wireless communications to the computer. So I'm not going to turn it off because it's a pain in the butt to get everything back the way I had it. Here you can disable and enable the camera. So we'll put it on disable. Same as mic. And what's really cool is if I'm in a hurry to go somewhere and I don't want people looking at my computer, looking at all the stuff that's on here, I can just hit lock and I can lock the computer. And we're not going to, let's just see what I'm typing for the password. So alright, we're back. And we will, so that's a nice feature. And you can also turn the screen up and down. In this one, we will need an HDMI cable to complete this exercise. Yes, I do have one floating around that we can, in fact, use. And we also have a TV floating around here, too. Whatever it is, make sure my that works, too. So what's nice about the HDMI on here is it's plug and play. So you can do PC screen only, you can duplicate. Or you can extend. And if your laptop is capable, I don't think this one is, but wirelessly, you got the potentially got the capability of wirelessly hooking up to a monitor or projector. Let's try settings. This isn't quite working as well as I anticipated, but what do you expect for non-scripted videos? Well, let's get out of here. Display settings. All right. I don't get why it was working the other day when I needed it to do that. And now it's not doing what I want it to do. So yada yada. So what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to show up on that screen. Well, I might have to come back on a later feed and do that. Well, I'm gonna have to anyway because there's no way I'm going. Maybe I can. No, that's not gonna work unless. Okay, I didn't quite think this out the way I thought it was gonna work. I'm gonna need to get a second computer set up here for doing, so you can see what kind of components are on the inside. Because when you close the lid on that, everything's gonna go to sleep, and then the stream is gonna come to an end. So yeah, that's. And apparently the HDMI port is very touchy at this time. So I am sorry that this is not turning out to be a good review. But you got a lot going on. You don't have a lot of time to prep before these things. You just kind of, when you got the time, you do it, and that's about it. So on that note, we are gonna finish the rest of it out, but I need to get some different equipment set up first in order to do that. So we will come back and show you the internal parts of the computer. No, we're not going to disassemble it down to pieces here because I still use this as a daily driver of a computer. So We're not going to do that. We're just going to pop the back cover off and take a look at the hardware inside, just to kind of get a feel for what. And I've never actually taken the cover off of this thing in the first place either. So this will be an experience for me as well. So stay tuned while I get another computer set up here, so we can continue doing or finishing up the overview of this. This is not how I wanted to do it, but sometimes you don't have any other choice in the matter. So we will be back very shortly, and so don't go away. We'll be back.